G'day guys, the newest release to hit cinemas is Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, and this is my quick little review of the film. This is the sequel to the 2017 action comedy film that starred Ryan Reynolds and Sam Jackson. This one features them both yet again, but also in a more prominent role this time is Salma Hayek, who had a very brief but hilarious inclusion in the original. This time, Ryan Reynolds' Michael is taking a sabbatical from bodyguarding. But when he unwillingly gets involved with Salma Hayek's Sonia, he is forced to reunite with Sam Jackson's Darius, and the three form a killer threesome. I'm honestly surprised there is a sequel based off the mediocrity of the first one. And this film is just more of the same. This is a mindless action comedy film that attracts no emotional engagement and honestly isn't even that funny. I only have two pros for this film. First being, I think the car chase sequences are actually very well filmed and edited, and this was definitely by far the most exciting elements of the film. And the other thing I praise in this film, and I only say this because it genuinely had me laughing out loud, was the product placement of Aviation American Gin. For those who don't know, this is the alcoholic drink that Ryan Reynolds is co-owner of, and he has plenty of funny, on-the-nose ads about it featuring himself.
Aviation, an American original. Now owned by a Canadian.
So its inclusion here felt very tongue-in-cheek and silly, and whether it was intentional or not, this was by far the funniest moment of the film for me. And a subtle fourth wall break product placement being the funniest element of the film says a lot. This movie is just very average in so many ways that it makes it bad. The use of genre tropes is excessive, such as when the bad guys play with their food, meaning they could just straight up kill their hostage, but instead they have to gloat and take their sweet ass time, hence leading to their own inevitable death. Antonio Banderas plays the villain, and that storyline was so over the top silly that it wasn't worthy of respect. His plan is to destroy Europe in hopes of making Greece, a country within Europe, the superpower of the world yet again. Ludicrous stuff. A huge plot point of this film is that Michael is an unlicensed bodyguard, and in my opinion, this storyline was overplayed and stretched to the limit. It starts off fine when he doesn't want to kill or use guns anymore, but the stick slowly becomes old and it just wasn't very entertaining. The first film was a very excusable action comedy type film with two likable leads in Reynolds and Jackson at the helm. And this film is just more of the same, but worse. The sequel is more ludicrous than the first, and it's filled with excessive storytelling that's unnecessary, subplots that have no real importance, such as everything with Frank Grillo's character, and the generic action scenes have no emotional weight, and the stakes are extremely cliche. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is not worth seeing, as it is a bad movie. It comes in one ear and out the other, and as you leave the cinema, it's instantly forgettable. Despite the fun cast, it's not worth your attention in my opinion. There is a place for these kinds of mindless action type films that provide escapism for 2 hours and that's it. But I can't recommend this as I personally don't find enjoyment in stories that are lame and don't offer anything unique that we haven't seen before. And this film just did exactly that for me. Not offer anything unique or something that I haven't seen before. That's my thoughts on Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. I hope you enjoyed this review. And if you did and haven't already, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. Thanks again so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in another video.